Today, we got to see how crazy this man Arthur really is. And honestly, it makes sense because we've met his parents this episode, and they were as crazy as I expected. Let's talk about it. This episode of Fire Force, how'd you feel?
Alright, so I guess we find out why this man Arthur wanted to go to the Nether.
Bro. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for Vulcan because he really did try to set up like a whole move for this man, and he went to the absolute craziest conclusion he could have.
It literally turned into a trauma response.
It's crazy, man.
It's wild.
And just when we think this man Arthur's just being crazy, delusional, we end up running into this man's parents in there. And his parents are just as crazy as he is. At least his dad is.
I think, yeah, they have like a imagination perspective on things a lot.
See, but
now I see where he gets it from.
It's not even just that though. It'd be one thing if his dad just had his own delusions.
Mm-hmm.
His dad's one of those conspiracy guys who just ends up being completely right. Everybody thought he was crazy for years.
Mm-hmm.
Bro was out here spitting straight facts, detailed facts.
Yeah.
If they had found this man in season 1, they would have saved themselves so much trouble. That man was like, all right, this is what's going on. Great Cataclysm is about to happen again. Evangelist, Adola Realm. He just started naming off everything.
And they're all sitting there confused, wait, how?
Facts.
How do you know that?
Nah, it's crazy. And to me, that's the part where it's okay. One, the wife is honestly just super loyal. Because his mom don't even know if this is true or not. She thinks it's delusional. But this man low-key can't see the future.
That's true.
He just couldn't see the future before his restaurant got packed up, and he decided to leave this man Arthur. But
I guess he knew about Arthur's future.
Because here's the thing, you know what I'm saying? He takes him straight to his little bunker, and he's like, "Yo, this is exactly what you need." Pulls out a rocket head from a freaking from 1,000 years ago. Was like, "Yeah, take this. Yeah, it'll help you." How do you know that? Because I thought Vulcan was gonna go look through the trash and then they'll find something.
Mm-hmm.
No, the dad was just yeah, this is it.
This is me for being a bad dad,
bro. I gotta know what he saw that first day where he put that hat over his face. It must have been some nut, or he just knew. Yep. Hey, we're gonna leave Arthur here. Yep, we're gonna move into the Nether because 1, we're broke, and 2, this is what maybe Arthur needed to end up the way he is.
And we'll still have 3 kids in the process.
Yeah, they didn't care about that man, bro. That part was crazy. I didn't expect 3 little dudes to pull up like that.
That was actually wild.
In the Nether?
Yeah, I don't know.
We spent all of season 1 in the Nether, bro. That show is scary.
They were okay with having kids in the Nether, but
couldn't handle bills.
It just doesn't make sense.
I don't get it either.
How are they able to feed them down there?
This man probably just be prophesying, dog. He's they're gonna throw down a whole bunch of fresh food right here.
Nah, he taught the kids how to filter feed like SpongeBob.
You violent. Hell no, man. But that was kind of nuts to me because there's definitely something more to Arthur's father for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He definitely can see, he understands things at a deeper level somehow. Even though he just looks crazy. And good on the mom for staying with that crazy man, because I ain't even gonna lie. She should have been left that dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take care of my son. What are you talking about?
Bro, they left him in the house in a sleeping bag on the floor with a note that says we're going on our journey and we won't be back.
Cooked, man. He must have got
no bed, no nothing.
I mean, Japanese people do be sleeping on the floor, but still, that looked crazy. That house looked empty as hell.
He was wilding for that, bro.
Yeah. That man Arthur just so delusional, he can't even see the trauma he went through. He just thinks this is all part of his NPC quest. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Couldn't be me, man.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
Couldn't be me, man.
But honestly, it all ends well because that man Arthur does end up getting the material for the new sword. They make him a nice looking sword. We didn't get to see him power it up, but I already know next time he really swing that joint, that boy Arthur might be coming for, you know what I'm saying, some heads.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Power
raps.
Scaler's gonna have to come talk to this man.
It's gonna be raps.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to definitely see him into action now that he's gotten his confidence restored and essentially a training arc, right? Because that's essentially what he just got, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. On the other end of things, though, we have this man Shinra.
Yeah, he's trying to find how to get into the Adola on his own now versus
Yeah.
waiting for it just to happen.
But to me, I don't know, bro. Is he ready?
I don't know, man.
I don't think he's strong enough to mess with these Adola dudes for real.
I mean,
He
he
can't
saw
even
his
fight
bro in there.
Haumea. What's up?
Saw his bro in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's weird too, because I'm pretty sure his brother, like this whole time, hasn't like recognized him, like as his brother.
Mm-hmm.
But this episode, I think somehow seeing him in there made him realize, like, yo, big brother.
Yeah,
Which is
that's
weird. You know what I mean? Because he got taken as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. There's a lot going on there that I feel like they're gonna have to put some pieces together on. And like, how does this change anything? Is it like not have to kill you?
So now that he saw his brother there, was like his brother's just waiting there? You think for him? You think?
I think his brother be in there a lot
That's what I'm saying.
because his brother is like,
he's able to sit in there though, but without even like falling asleep though.
nah, his brother's cold.
You see how he was sitting there, and he's in there like that's wild. Like
His brother built different. I ain't even gonna lie. His brother,
Yeah.
I feel like in a sense, even though we haven't really seen much of him since season 1, he could fight birds.
oh yeah, he's a time skipper too.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's been nice for a long time. I just feel like, especially when they introduced his powers, it was he was too strong for the current cast at that time, right? Like Chidner could kind of like keep up with him because he can like move through stop time
Mhm.
with his Adola, but like, what is everybody else doing against him? That'd be like introducing Dragon in season 1.
They would all
You know what
got
I'm saying?
packed up.
Exactly.
There
So,
wouldn't be
like,
no Fire Force at that point.
I feel like that's the level of
Yeah.
power his brother kind of has. Because like I'm trying to think about it, and I'm like on paper, I don't even know how Benimaru beats his brother. I know he'd figure out a way, but
I mean, they figured it out in this last situation, barely.
that's different though. Like I'm saying, Dragon's just like a pure physical force type of character.
Mm-hmm.
His brother's hacks. Like that's not even fair. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't even matter what you want to do to him. He's just gonna stop time. That's just a broken power. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm just like, what do you do against that dude if he has all the time in the world to just pause you and stab you 18 different ways and then unpause you?
You just got to move faster. That's how Shinra
Which is
did
what
it.
I'm saying. Can Benimaru move that fast? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Either.
feel like he figure it out somehow, but like that's a scary power to go up against, especially if you don't know what's happening.
That's true.
You're like, I'm gonna mess you up, and then you pause and then unpause. You're like,
But the thing is, though, Benimaru don't wait. He's just gonna take care of the business.
how do you sneak up on a guy who can pause time?
I'm just saying, he's still gonna take care of business. That's what he does, though.
It is what he does.
He don't waste no time.
But
This
I'm
man,
just saying,
Shinra
like,
and
that's my
Joker,
point,
were waiting for Burns to reach level 10,000.
That's-
Benimaru would have just handled that right as soon as he saw something that looked a little scary.
With the boom.
Like I said, he ain't wasting no time.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting now because I feel like now we're getting to the point where we're starting to see like all the story pieces that we've been seeing throughout the seasons really just come together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see how they gonna deal with the Adola realm / the Great Cataclysm because they're making it seem like it's about to straight happen.
Yeah,
So
which
I'll
could
be
have been
honest with you.
prevented if they found Arthur's dad.
Bro. That man had the plot.
He had the whole
For
voice.
years. Like all of Arthur's live, low-key, he's probably had the plot. Like, oh,
But
yeah, I don't want to be up here when that happens. He went to the nether. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that was just a little bit interesting as far as also the reason why Benimaru can't do it. He was like, I just don't believe in that. But it's crazy to think that whoever was like his, I guess like big homie, I don't even know his predecessor.
Koro,
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He did it right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he could. So like it just goes to show that like almost in like every generation there's like certain people who can access the Adola and the Adola link.
Mhm.
I just don't understand how that one maid or the freaking nun from last episode is like 300 years old though. Like does it give you immortality?
Who knows?
Don't spoil me, but like
I mean, she's a pillar, so she knows what she's doing. So I don't know.
yeah, but for 250 years?
She's technically the number one pillar. If you think
Oh
about it.
me. She the OG. She running it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of mystery still, I feel like, in this show, but this is a pretty good episode, man. What would you give it?
I'm gonna say like a 7.
That's fair.
It wasn't.
There's
like,
a lot of build up. The Arthur stuff
Yeah.
was a little goofy too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until at least the end. So yeah, I agree with that. I give it a 7.
Yeah,
as well,
7.
honestly.
7.
But y'all let us know what y'all thought of this episode of Fire Force. Did y'all enjoy it? What do you think is going to happen next? Because honestly, I feel like the way it's moving, like, is this going to be the last season, or is it going to be like one more? Because I feel like they're wrapping up low key.
Yeah, it's getting pretty close. We'll see.
You know what I mean? But aside from that, man, y'all like, comment, subscribe down below, and we'll catch y'all. Peace.